We're back, and it's time to hang out with the Shogun, who I don't really want to hang out with, because she's kind of a mass murderer. The lonesome Euthymia. Your adventure has come to an end for now. You and Paimon decide to pay the statue of Omnipresent God a visit.
If the Tenryou Commission won't assist in dealing with the thunderstorm, the consequences could be catastrophic.
Okay, I'm a little worried now.
It's not that we're unwilling to do our part. We just don't have any spare hands right now. I hope you can understand.
Exactly. So let's keep the discussion going and see if we can find a solution.
Hey, Toma! What's going on?
Hello you two. We were just talking about what an impact you've made in Inazuma.
What a coincidence. Are you mocking me? What? I don't think Toma has a single bad bone in his cute little body, so what a coincidence.
Greetings. Thank you both again for delivering Miss Hiragi's letter that time.
Ah, so they're friends of yours. I'm Master Kamaji's servant. Call me Ippei.
Ippei! Okay, sounds like you're having some trouble. What's up?
Well, the Tri-Commission's work used to consist of gathering information for the Shogun and carrying out any duties she assigned. But recently, she announced that she wishes to spend some time in solitude and self-reflection. Since she is refusing to receive any visitors, there is no one to tell us what to do.
So just work like Mondstadt, you know? Like, do your own thing.
We all understand if the Shogun needs some quiet time to gather her thoughts. The only problem is, in the meantime, the thunderstorm out at sea has been getting wilder.
Oh, I hear that the storm represents the Shogun's will. That's a little threatening. Y'all don't got electro people that can maybe handle this? I don't know.
Yep, that's the one. And all the time it's been there, the storm has never changed in shape or size. But now, it seems to be drawing closer to Inazuma.
Well, I don't like that at all. One bit. Hate that idea.
What? So her will's changed and she wants to destroy Inazuma now? Or is this her way of trying to get revenge on us?
That's a little childish. Are you really scared of her?
Nuh-uh! She lost to us. Paimon's not scared. Why would Paimon be scared?
Paimon is totally scared and is being terrified of her, but okay.
Paimon's just, a little concerned that she might be angry. Yeah, that's all. Just a little concerned.
I don't think you need to worry about that. The reason we're concerned is that we've never known the Almighty Shogun's will to falter before.
Considering Liyue's god left not too long ago, it's hard not to take it as a bad sign. A lot of people now believe that the thunderstorm is getting wilder because the Almighty Shogun is having health problems. The fact that she won't see anyone right now makes us concerned that things are only going to get worse.
Oh no, okay. Well, I guess that's a valid concern, but we have the literal god Aaliyah walking with us, so I think we should be fine. There must be a reason for the change in the storm.
So, before rumors start spreading, Miss Kamisato got me to come here and discuss countermeasures with the Tenryou Commission. We need to make sure we're prepared to deal with the chaos if and when it arrives.
Unfortunately, the reality is that the Tenryou Commission is facing huge internal instability at the moment. The Kujo clan has lost control over the other clans.
Huh? Why is that?
Uh-oh.
The Kujo clan is still awaiting the Shogun's trial for colluding with the Fatui and nearly destroying the whole of Inazuma.
Oh, right. I kind of forgot about that.
Everyone knows that a change of commissioner is inevitable. It's just a matter of time before the Almighty Shogun hands down her decree.
Okay. So, y'all need to act like now, but that issue is still happening. Got it.
Simply, no one will take orders from the Kujo clan anymore. But there's still work that has to be done.
But you two are other commissions. Can you not take initiative to do what you need to do?
If Mr. Takayuki was in better health, there might be a way through. But now?
Who?
My lack of ability is to blame. I failed to uncover the truth in time, and I failed to stop my father. And now, as acting head of the clan, I'm failing to quell the unrest.
Don't blame yourself, Master. You have to at least keep your chin up until your older brother returns. The Kujo clan can't cope with any more instability in its current state.
Yes, you're right. Masahito has enough on his plate at the moment. Mustn't cause any more issues for him. Okay, Toma, let's revisit this discussion in a few days. Right now, I need to go visit Takatsukasa Susumu, head of the Takatsukasa clan. He's the only one capable of taking charge of the situation now.
There's another clan? Okay.
I suppose. Well, okay, no problem. A speedy resolution to the Tenryo Commission's internal issues is in our best interest as well.
I'll come with you, Master.
No need. I'll handle this by myself.
Oh, okay. Take care then. Come back soon.
Anyone ship them? Because I ship them.
Both the thunderstorm situation and the issue with the Tenryo Commission have been caused by the Shogun's decision to take some time off, right? If things carry on like this, people will start to panic.
Maybe we could invite her out for a while. We're gonna invite her out so that she can do her job, bruh.
Huh? You can actually do that?
Maybe? I don't know. What's the plan, Traveler?
Don't know for sure, but we may as well try. Whether she takes us up on the offer or not will depend on what mood she's in.
Sounds like you guys know what to do. Shall I leave it up to you then? You know, everyone's worrying about the Shogun's condition, but if people got to see her in person, it would put their fears to rest.
I'll try my best, I guess.
Thank you very much. I owe you one, again.
The way Paimon sees it, there's only one person who might have the chance to see the Shogun while she's isolating, right?
Yaimiko, I
Let's
guess?
take a trip to the Grand Narukami Shrine.
Yep. Also, don't worry about Liu God, because I'm right here, bruh!
I wasn't expecting to receive VIP shrine visitors during downtime. So I suppose you're here just to visit me?
We're VIP shrine members? Queen, well, actually, I want to ask you about something.
How cold. I saved your skin, didn't I? Surely you could at least humor me by engaging in some small talk first?
No. No, we get to the point, you know, we don't want to waste anyone's time.
Then again, I suppose your frankness is part of your charm. So tell me, what is the matter?
We heard the Shogun decided to take a break, and since then the thunderstorm around Inazuma has gotten wilder. Rumor has it that the thunderstorm is affected by the Shogun's will, so people are worrying that something might be wrong with her.
The Tenryo Commission also needs her attention. You good?
All right. There's little purpose in keeping anything hidden from you anyway.
Uh-oh, I don't like that.
Since the battle, the Shogun has been greatly troubled and her temperament has changed drastically.
Oh, okay.
What?
Her temperament changed? That's hard to
Her
believe.
power was already on the decline. Then you dealt her that fateful strike.
And you gave away her gnosis to the balladeer, but, you know...
The defeat was a heavy blow to her. It also didn't help that I forgot to bring her some tricolor dango and light novels when I went to see her.
Can't you just revisit her again? Be like, hey, knock knock, I'm entering the puppet. Like, can't you do that?
Oh, the poor thing. Without desserts and books to console herself with, she was so angry she quite simply lost it. Crying and ranting and raving. Oh, I could hardly bear to see her that way.
Okay, Mommy Miko, you are doing too much. Why is she having a temper tantrum? She is the literal leader of Inazuma.
You expect us to believe that a god would throw a temper tantrum over something like that?
I don't believe you. Well, it's not beyond the realm of possibility. It's not, if you can consider today's world events. But, it still makes me pissed off.
Before you get too indignant, consider the fact that your concerns sound every bit as nonsensical to me as that blatant lie did to you. Faye seeks eternity. To her, mortal lives come and go in the blink of an eye. Of what consequence to her are mortal concerns for her well-being?
I guess, but isn't she, like, I don't know, the leader of Inazuma? Like, don't she want to take care of her people? Even Venti, right? Even Venti. He's been, like, an, air quotes, absentee god, right? But he still tries to help. like he helped with the whole Dvalin thing, like, and then Zhongli, he just wanted to retire from Lia, so he decided to like make sure that at least the people, you know, take care of themselves before he left. But no, A decided, yeah, I have these people that need my caring and I've been in control of them for years and years. And I'm upset because I lost a fight to a traveler and I'm going to cry and not actually going to do anything about it. I need...
You're saying she's fine, right?
No, she's saying she's throwing a temper tantrum for no reason.
I don't know the details. She said she wanted to rest, and I have nothing pressing that requires her attention. So there is no reason to disturb her.
There is something pressing that requires her attention. We need to see her. Like, I understand. Sometimes you need that R&R, right? You can be depressed, you can have anxiety, you can have, like, there are things that can mentally tear you down to the point where you don't want to actually do stuff. But at the same time, eventually you're going to have to deal with the things that are troubling you, okay?
I have heard about the thunderstorm, though. As to the cause, it is not inconceivable that, as you suggest, her will has wavered somewhat.
Okay, so I guess we should check on her, right?
I am the only one in all of Inazuma who can visit her while she is resting. But tell me, why should this concern me? Why should I do this for you, when I already have everything one could ever want, and have seen everything one could ever wish to see?
I want to say do it for the people of Inazuma, but also I don't think she cares. Do it for A.
I like that answer. Here is the pass permit. Show it to the Okuzumeshu at the gate, and he will let you in.
Okay.
Thanks, Miko!
My question was in jest, but since you answered it in earnest, please stay true to your word. Oh, and don't forget to return the pass permit to me after you have finished with it.
Maybe I'll keep it. This is like her headquarter thing.
The Almighty
Right.
Shogun has requested solitude. No visitors allowed.
I got a pass.
Oh, we've got a pass permit from Miko.
Don't be ridiculous. Lady Guji never gives her pass permit to another person. Not even esteemed travelers like yourselves.
I have it physically in my hands, sir.
Guji is only authorized to hold that pass permit because of the trust that the Almighty Shogun places in her, and her alone.
Okay, but look at the pass permit she gave me, okay?
Wait, this is authentic.
Yeah, you can check with Miko. Like, I want to see your manager.
Understood. Then as the Shogun has ordered, I must not stand in your way. Apologies. Please proceed. Since the Shogun is resting at this time, please be especially respectful and make sure your behavior is impeccable.
Not him talking to the air, but okay.
Look how she's pacing back and forth. Don't you think she looks a little anxious?
Ma'am, you good? Why? You got this whole room to have you been resting? You good? Ma'am? Just gonna... Okay. We're just gonna walk in circles, huh? Okay, fine.
How did you get in?
With a pass.
Trespassers are to be eliminated at once.
I got in with a pass. We need to talk to you because you are throwing a temper tantrum in the middle of, you know, everything.
Wait, no, it's us! Why are you treating us like we're your enemies?
To be fair, we did pick a fight with her, so,
We made amends, didn't we? Also, we got in by totally legitimate means.
Paimon, don't say things like that. It makes it sound illegitimate.
Denied. Use of force has been forbidden.
What?
Anyway, be gone. Do not disturb my solitude.
Why has use of force been forbidden? I mean, I appreciate that, but also, you good?
That is of no concern. This is my recuperation state.
I don't know why we have a shot of this, but okay.
What did you make of this? She's acting strange, huh?
Has she ever been like this before?
This body has no need of rest. But I am an assistant to the one within. If she wishes to rest, I must follow her will.
Oh, okay.
Paimon gets it. So this is all A's doing.
So we need to talk to A. Can you let us in?
But why? Surely you going about your business doesn't interfere with the plane of euthymia. She's got plenty of space in there. Seems like it would be the perfect place for rest and relaxation.
I do as she wishes. I can say no more than this.
Everyone's worried and wants to see you.
I cannot. In my current state, even if I went out, I could do nothing. I am currently unwilling to deal with any business. I am also incapable of it.
Okay.
What do you mean by that?
I'm a little confused, but it's okay.
It has been forbidden. Please refrain from making me talk any further.
No. Could you just let us in and, you know, talk to A? We're gonna knock on the door, be like, hey, you good there, buddy? Do you need water? Do you need snacks? Like,
What should we do? It feels like this conversation is going nowhere.
Have you malfunctioned? Are you sick? Well, have you malfunctioned?
Oh, it's you two. It's been a while.
Oh. Hi? How are you speaking without, you know, talking through the puppet's body?
The Shogun can't do much at the moment. Come straight in and see me.
Okay. I'm so confused. It's a little strange to have two people inhabiting the same body, but, A, we have shit to talk about.
That was terrifying! Would it be so hard to give us a little warning first?
It's not your first time. I don't see what there is to be so alarmed about.
So, is the Shogun broken? Are you gonna get it fixed, or...?
Are you gonna bring it to the repair shop? You know, like fix the hard drive, fix the memory, fix the RAM, you know, I don't... What's going on? Please explain.
Don't worry. The Shogun's not broken. I've just temporarily disabled many of her functions.
Oh, so you made her essentially unusable and, like,
Currently, the Shogun is unable to handle any business and cannot appear as me. So the easiest solution was to announce that I am resting.
Oh, so that's what she means by forbidden. So this was all you're doing. Can you turn the permissions on so that your robot can work? Thanks.
As I said, I need to think about Inazuma's eternity. And thinking takes time.
Okay, but humans don't have that kind of time. There is a storm outside.
But the Shogun is still running based on her old rules. I can't allow her to make any mistakes while I am working things out.
Okay, so she is trying to repair the whole situation, blah, 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 blah. But, ma'am, there are pressing matters that are happening in your city right now, and I need you to go fix that.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
I'm on yes, but no.
No. She was not created to ever be turned off. Furthermore, I had even predicted at the time that I may wish to modify the Shogun's operational rules at some point in the future. However, such changes would not be conducive to eternity.
Okay, but, you know, things change and people evolve. You're so strict with yourself.
That's why the Shogun has a robust system to safeguard against modification. It's also to protect against unforeseen circumstances. For now, while I figure out the form that eternity should take, it's more effective for me to temporarily disable some of the puppet's functions, rather than attempt to modify her rules.
I think you should attempt to modify her rules because I think this is a dumb idea.
Oh, Paimon gets it now! The thunderstorm's getting out of control because some of the Shogun's functions have been disabled.
The thunderstorm is getting out of control? This is the first I've heard of it.
Because you've isolated yourself in the middle of nowhere without anyone to tell you the information.
Huh? Okay, well, let us bring you up to speed.
This is why you have informants. You know, like Yaimiko, who can tell you these things. Maybe have more than one informant, because Yaimiko clearly does not give two shits about this.
I see. So the thunderstorm is drawing closer.
You can fix it, right?
Watch, she's gonna say no.
It's just a minor error. This kind of thing was bound to happen. A small modification to the Shogun should fix it.
So everyone was worked up over nothing. Seems a little arbitrary.
Don't look at me like that. I've never had to tinker with the Shogun before, and she's very complicated. It's practically inevitable for something to go wrong when you start tweaking things.
Yes, I understand this, but I think it's time to change your coding of your puppet. Thank you.
Yes, that's it. I'm not making excuses. It's the truth.
Okay, but you still gotta change it, though.
It's fine, just as long as you can fix it is all.
Any progress on your thoughts about eternity?
Not much. As before, I can see the way forward, yet there are still contradictions.
That's life for you.
But there is no urgency. To reach an ill-conceived verdict in haste, just for the sake of having reached one, would be a confusion of priorities.
Okay, while I agree with this statement, I think you should maybe take care of some pressing matters. Like, you know, the fact that several thousands of people in Inazuma are going to be wiped out by a storm that you created because your puppet can't do anything. Let's go for a walk and have a talk.
Mm-hmm.
If everyone sees that the Shogun is in good health, it'll put all the speculation and rumors out there to rest. And who knows? A change of scenery might put you in a different mood and give you some fresh inspiration.
You mean leave the plane of Euthymia?
Yes. You haven't left in a long time, I bet.
It's unnecessary, as far as I'm concerned. But since you're inviting me, a change of pace might well be nice. All right, then. I'll come out for a while. Oh, since the theme of the day is a change of pace, you can just call me A. I'm not a great fan of rigid titles.
What? But you're just A's consciousness, aren't you? Can consciousness actually leave this place?
I have my ways. I would never subject myself to imprisonment voluntarily.
Oh, great! Then there's nothing to worry about. Allow us to be your tour guides.
Tour guides? What's a tour guide?
Oh my god, we're gonna have to get you up to speed so fast.
Someone to show you around the Inazuma of today and give you tips on where to eat and how to have fun. All right, let's go, go, go!
Is this the marketplace? It's a far cry from how I remember it.
Yeah, you haven't been outside in years. I need you to...
The stores have changed, and so have the vendors. Well, that's to be expected.
It's the Shogun! What is the almighty Shogun doing here?
Isn't the Shogun sick? This is quite sudden.
I appear to have frightened the people.
Yes, because no one has seen you in several days, or weeks, or months. I don't know how long the time period has been.
Well, what did you expect? The almighty Shogun makes an impromptu appearance in town? People are gonna freak out a bit.
It seems like a bit of an overreaction. Doesn't the Shogun normally patrol these parts? It's not an overreaction. She's like a celebrity, right? She's like the leader. Like, wouldn't you freak out?
Patrolling the streets is the Tenryou Commission's job. The Shogun has a lot of information to process and orders to give out. She doesn't have time to deal with it herself. Additionally, the Shogun has no need of recreation. There would be no need for her to come here just to pass the time or to relax.
So, what do we do now? Should we go away for a while and make a more low-profile return later?
Well, we're kind of already here. We might as well chill.
Why? It's not like I'm here to cause trouble. Let's just relax.
Yes, but also you are a celebrity and, you know, people are freaking out.
It was more the ordinary people that Paimon was worried about. Never mind. This definitely seems like your style, eh?
Make a big splash, I guess.
People still use Mora in commercial transactions, I assume.
Yes.
Yep, same as ever. Just as shiny and just as hypnotic. Wait a second. Hey, are you saying you don't have any Mora either?
Of course I don't. There is no need for commerce in the plane of Euthymia. If I ever need something, I can simply have one of the commissions bring it to me. Wait, what do you mean, either?
Because none of the other Archons have money. They're all poor.
Anyway, people seem to be behaving in a very orderly fashion. I don't see the liveliness you spoke of anywhere.
They are whispering to each other, ma'am.
People are aren't exactly gonna let their hair down in front of the almighty Shogun.
Why are you zigzagging? Is it because of me?
What is this stall selling?
Snacks.
I don't believe I've ever seen this before.
This is the slowest walk I've ever done, please. We literally walked 1 block.
Shogun, excuse me.
It's all right. Relax. I'm just here to look around. I'm having a change of pace today.
Yes.
Could you tell me about the items you're selling?
Of course. I've got all kinds of snacks here. Takoyaki, dango, and milk, and so on.
Ooh, oh, look at all the snacks. Oh, I'm so hungry.
Huh? Milk? Sounds kind of like the odd one out.
It might sound odd, but it is in fact my specialty.
Okay.
You see, many of the stores in town are already very well established. I couldn't compete with them no matter what I sell. So my idea was to create some new combinations to give customers a novel experience.
An inventor and great thinker. We love that.
For example, my latest concoction is this dango milk. When the dango are worked into a viscous form, they mix very nicely with the milk.
Ooh.
The focus is not just the taste, but also the unique texture.
Ooh, okay.
Dango with milk. I've never heard of it. What made you want to do this?
I'm sorry, Shogun. I've got no bone to pick with Eternity.
No, she's curious. Just let... I'm going to be an A translator today, aren't I?
I said relax. There's no need to go treading on eggshells. Do you really think the eternity I pursue is something that can be shaken by dango and milk?
I mean, you were pretty shaken by people's visions and you kind of, yeeted them from people's livelihoods and well-beings. So, he has the right to be worried.
Why do I feel like she's different than I expected?
Because there's 2 of them.
Actually, it came to me by chance. A friend was catering once and made too many dango, so they gave some to me. But there were more than I had use for. My milk wasn't selling well at that time either. Both dango and milk have a short shelf life. So I thought I'd try mixing the 2 as I had nothing to lose. To my surprise, in the right proportion, it tasted superb.
A chance combination. Interesting. May I try this drink?
The almighty Shogun wants to try? Well, certainly. And you 2 should try it too.
Aw, man, we're gonna have to pay for all this, aren't we?
Nice. It's sweet. The sensation is not so different from eating a dessert. A unique beverage indeed.
I feel like dango milk would just be like boba, but without the tea. It's like the brown sugar boba, basically. That's what I feel like it is.
Yeah, it's definitely a drink, but it also feels like eating food.
It's a little bit like porridge? But the resemblance is only superficial. Anyway, I like it.
I'm very glad you approve.
I imagine that an item as delicious as this dango milk must sell exceptionally well, no?
Well, I won't lie to you. Sales are very average.
Is it not sago sago? I'm not sure. I mean, I guess, but then they're talking about from the image, right? It looks like giant pieces of dango. So I'm kind of just like, maybe more akin to boba or like those sesame seed tongyun, like those bigger pieces, but I'm not sure. It could be sago sago. I'm not sure.
Huh? So it's selling slowly? Why is that?
Because it's a new item, and new items don't gain traction very well unless there's like an influencer. Hey, wait a minute, we got an influencer here. We can, upsell these products, right?
Because most people aren't willing to give it a try. They think it's an unusual combination, even though everyone who's tried it before rates it highly.
As I said, we have an influencer, right? Think about it. We get an influencer. You market a product, and you profit. Big brain time.
I'm not saying the almighty Shogun has unusual taste. Please, don't take it the wrong way.
Ah, I see. Well, that can be fixed. I'll just have the Yashiro Commission order a few hundred cups and go door-to-door delivering them.
Well, you know what? That works.
No. Almighty Shogun, that's too much.
Influencer time, let's go!
Is it? I just want them to try it. It would be a shame for them to miss out on dango milk.
I don't know what to say to that either. You want another cup, buddy?
Oh, I would No. No need. That would be needlessly indulgent.
We're gonna buy you another cup, buddy.
There's nothing like dessert for improving one's mood. Much more enjoyable than meditating alone all the time. By the way, Miko mentioned that she founded something called the Yai Publishing House to sell some sort of light novels. She's always bragging to me about it, but it's difficult for me to really imagine without seeing the place for myself. Can you take me there?
Sure! Let's go and have a look!
Dude, I'm sorry to, like, actually freak you out, but it's okay. We love your dango milk. It's great. Don't get scared. We're totally fine. Everything's fine. We're totally not wasting time going around doing all this stuff while there is a thunderstorm outside that people are very, very worried about.
Shogun! Almighty Shogun! What brings you to the Yai Publishing House?
No, not at all. Don't be so nervous. I'm just here to look around.
You are the Shogun, expect this kind of reaction. And also, why has he got that kind of like Dragon Ball Z hair?
Apologies. I still don't quite understand. Are you here to look into the management? Or publishing regulations? Or fire safety measures?
What? No, she wants to look at books.
She just wants to browse your books.
The Almighty Shogun wishes to read light novels?
Just shush. Relax. This is, I can tell you from experience, this is not how you act. Just do the customer service thing, you know, chill. Let her read the books.
Any recommendations?
The Yai Publishing House's novels are mostly targeted at the general public, and the content is all kinds of strange. I'm not sure we have anything quite to the Almighty Shogun's taste.
Just let her look at the books.
I'm just here to try something new. There's no fun in reading the same kind of thing over and over again. Relax. It's just words on a page, isn't it? What could I misunderstand, really?
From how he's speaking, are these light novels kind of spicy? Is that what you're saying? Because that's what it's sounding like.
In principle, you're absolutely right. It's just...
I'm starting to think that your light novels are a bit spicy. Also, can we talk about his hand going through his hair?
It'll be fine. If there's anything the Shogun doesn't understand, we'll explain it to her.
Just let her have a look, please.
Well, okay then. Please proceed to the bookshelf over there. It has all the latest bestsellers. There are some winning entries from the This Novel is Amazing competition. I have just finished compiling them into a saleable form. Don't take them too seriously. It's all just a bit of fun.
They're all light novels, so...
Okay, let's go then. Huh. How can this be? Did I underestimate the caliber of this material?
Oh?
I know every individual word in these books' titles, so why is it that they make no sense to me in these particular combinations?
Oh my god. Are you telling me that the sign can't stop her because she can't read?
Take this one, for example. The good thing about being reincarnated as a hilichurl is that I only need to eat sunsetias to become stronger.
This feels like an anime title.
It's so long.
Yes!
Is it true that hilichurls grow stronger from eating sunsetias? Well, surely it should be some sort of meat, at least.
No, it's just a title, ma'am.
It's just a narrative device.
Narrative device.
It's whatever the author wants it to be.
So it's made up? What's the point of that? Without being grounded in reality, how can the story be believable?
It doesn't have to be?
Also, I'm fairly certain that hilichurls can't write stories. So, does this author claim to be documenting Hilichurl life from an outside perspective, perhaps?
Ma'am, I need you to read things that are not nonfiction, okay? We gotta read some fiction.
Paimon's starting to understand Kuroda's reservations right about now.
Fads have no place in eternity. Or too modern, I guess. I think it's too modern. Or, you know, she's too... I'm losing the word for it. Too old-fashioned, I guess.
How about we choose for you? We can pick out some novels that are easier to understand and give you the scoop.
All right, then. I believe myself to be relatively well-read, but with stories like these, I don't even know where to start.
Just pick a book that sounds good to you.
I have high hopes, though. This seems like Miko's style, so I'm sure the stories are very entertaining.
All right, leave it to us. We'll be back in a jiffy. This could be a pretty tough job. Let's see what we're up against.
Be a martial arts story, read a daily life romance story, or read a reincarnation adventure story. Ooh. Interesting. I kind of want, like, personally, I would want to read the reincarnation adventure story, but I'm not sure if she would want to. Let's go with the reincarnation adventure story. That sounds cool. Shogun Almighty, reborn as Raiden with unlimited power. In this book, the protagonist is struck by lightning between Thunder Sakura and wakes up to discover that he's become the Raiden Shogun. Prior to this event, the protagonist is a nobody who will get bullied by everyone, but after becoming the Raiden Shogun, he acquires unlimited power. The appeal of this one probably lies in the euphoria of going from powerlessness to omnipotence, and the protagonist's inner journey to finally breaking free from their low self-esteem. But it's hard to see how the story would develop after the protagonist literally becomes the Raiden Shogun.
With a premise like this, it's no wonder Kuroda was nervous about letting A look around. Paimon thinks it might be best not to bring this one up with A. We might get the author in trouble.
Well, it doesn't paint the Shogun in a bad light, or I think it's quite original. Honestly, I think the Shogun should read something about her in a bad light, because at least she would get the straight and narrow facts from what she's been doing.
Well, if someone turned into Paimon and did a bunch of stuff this Paimon would never do, Paimon would feel really uncomfortable.
Fine. Okay. Let's read a martial arts story. Life made me a fighter when I just wanted to be a writer. I like this title. The book is a martial arts story set in Liyue, focusing on fighting between different gangs. The protagonist aspires only to become a humble novelist, but gets caught up in a world of gang strife because of an unparalleled martial arts ability. The selling point of this story is that the protagonist never joins any faction, but is constantly assumed to be a reclusive master of one faction or another. The martial art pros who see the protagonist as their enemy are always making a scene. The protagonist is stuck in the middle of all this while clinging tight to the dream of becoming a novelist.
What a strange person. Why would someone want to be a novelist that badly?
Maybe it's their dream. Maybe they just want to.
Someone like that could easily become the top martial arts pro in the world.
The protagonist has an admirable will?
You have a point. And a character so determined to follow their ambition is likely to appeal to A, right?
Okay. The romance story. The chaotic epic that is the tale of my youthful love life. This is an anime title, definitely. This book is about love stories between a very mediocre man and 7 beautiful women. It is a chronological account of the protagonist's daily life featuring many amusing anecdotes. The writing is solid, the prose is elegant, and the author brilliantly brings out the unique charm of each character in the story. But the story stops at a crucial moment when the main character's childhood sweetheart is just about to confess their love to him.
The suspense is killing Paimon! Paimon only skimmed through, but Paimon can tell this girl has loved the main character with all her heart since childhood.
I hope the writer gives her a happy ending, because we know how writers are.
Right! Yeah, it's just a novel. But please let the author have a heart, please! The plot is really gripping. But would A really understand this kind of mortal romance? That's all of them. Let's try to explain them to A.
Oh, we're just summarizing the books to her? Okay, fine.
The looks on your faces tell me you found some good stories.
I'm gonna tell her the Shogun story.
Hey, Paimon thought we agreed not to bring that one up.
No, she needs to listen to it. It's best to face, things head on.
It's okay. I find it quite interesting. I didn't realize that this was how ordinary people viewed the Shogun.
Yeah, and that's why people are freaking out, everywhere.
She would never use the Muso no Hitotachi as frivolously as she does in the pages of this book. Nor would she ever use it as a means of venting emotions. In reality, the reason for drawing her blade determines the martial form to use and the degree of power with which to imbue it. Since there is such a great deal of difference between the story and the reality, I don't feel offended at all. On the contrary, I find the author's powers of imagination quite admirable. That said, I hear that Yae Publishing House's novels are all reviewed by Miko herself, which means that the content of this book must have been approved by her. In fact, no. It may even have been her idea in the first place.
So what do you think of Yae Publishing House's light novels, eh? Do you like the stories we picked?
What I take from these stories is not so much the content itself, but what they represent in terms of the effects of time upon Inazuma. Back when I decided to isolate myself in the plane of Euthymia, there was no Yae Publishing House, and certainly no stories of this kind. In accordance with my wishes, the Shogun did her best to create an eternal nation. A nation that, in theory, should remain entirely unchanged over time. But the fact is that both the food and the stories have changed with time.
Yeah, well, change is inevitable. I think change is the only thing that is really, truly, forever.
I disagree with your point of view. That's what I would say if we were still in the plane of Euthymia. But the truth is right here in front of my eyes, and I can't deny it.
And that's exactly why we brought you out, to take a look around and get some fresh ideas. Sure, it's not the same as you remember, but one way or another, people are loving life in the present. That's gotta be a good thing, right?
Yes, you're right. I'm wary of any and all change. But I do not wish for my pursuit of eternity to stop human lives from changing for the better. Thank you for inviting me out. This trip has been quite eye-opening for me.
Don't mention it. We're out here to have some fun, and so that you can take care of the thunder problem.
This may be an everyday occurrence for you, but for me, this trip has been quite an occasion. I've seen a lot, and it's made me think a lot. I really can't praise it highly enough. I hope I will remember it for a long time to come.
Why don't we take a photo, I guess?
Ooh, great idea! A's had a wonderful time, and a photo is the best way to remember it.
Take a photo? Once again, I'm faced with a combination of words that makes absolutely no sense to me.
It's okay. Come with us. We'll find a scenic spot and show you what we mean.
You have to explain pictures to her. That's fine. Everything's fine.
So, what are we supposed to be doing?
We're taking a photo of you. Just leave the hard work to us. All you need to do is stand over there and strike a pose. Basically, a photo makes a visual record of you at this very moment in time, so it makes a great souvenir.
That's actually such a good description.
Okay, so what exactly is striking a pose?
The photo is a visual representation.
I see. So in other words, I need to do some sort of visually agreeable action in front of you, right?
Yes.
The more I think about it, the more embarrassing it seems. How should I pose? Help me out here. It should look good, but not too over the top. This isn't coming naturally to me at all.
Just be relaxed and casual. Honestly, the best clients for photography are all
chill. Casual. How about this? This feels quite natural.
Try another one?
Well, I'll leave the decision to you. This
What's this one look like?
very me. Is this okay?
Nope.
All right. Well, I'll leave the decision to you. Okay.
What's this one?
I'll try that.
I like this. This works.
Okay, let's get started.
Let's pick a good angle to record this moment from.
Am I still upset that we should probably be dealing with the thunder problem? Yes, but... Here you go, ma'am. Here you go. This is like the Kichiboshi quest all over again.
Take a look! Here's the photo we took of you.
Wow. This is astonishing. Is it some kind of magic? It seems to be another copy of me.
No, you're not trapped in the photo, don't worry.
But she doesn't seem to be able to move or talk.
It's just a record, it's not the real you.
I thought it would turn out poorly because I felt rather rigid. But it actually looks more natural than I imagined. The pose is exactly the same, and so is the scenery in the background. I can't imagine how it's achieved.
That's what makes it so special.
Hang on. I'm still struggling to understand this. I need you to explain it again. So, the one in this photo, are you sure it isn't me?
Yes, it's past you, trapped in a moment of time via a photo.
If it's not me, then why does she look exactly like me? And if she is me, then who am I?
Oh god, we just sent her to like some philosophical discussion about herself. Oh no.
Okay, that's way above Paimon's head. Over to you, Traveler.
Okay, so it's a little bit like you and the Shogun, right?
Hey, that's right. Do you think the Shogun counts as you?
Of course I do. It was never my intention to place control of Inazuma into anybody else's hands.
So then, who does that make you, here and now?
Well, I'm still me. There is no doubt about that.
If you think, therefore you are, okay? Your existence isn't singular.
My existence? I think I understand.
Listen, if you understand it, great, because it took like literal months for me to understand that line from philosophy class, and I was, you know, my mind was melting. Bro, Raiden's having a mind break. Yeah, it's cracking right now.
I am me. There is only one of me, but I can exist in many different forms. It's not important what form I exist in. The Shogun, for example, is one of my forms of existence. The question of whether or not she is me is not determined by any of her components.
In that case, this picture is one of your forms of existence too.
So even I, who seeks eternity, am constantly changing my form of existence.
Yes.
Then, how can I ask Inazuma and everyone who lives here to remain unchanging?
Inazuma will always be Inazuma. It just, you know, changes within. The only eternity is change.
Everything I have encountered on this journey with you has been from beyond my existing sphere of knowledge.
This is why you go outside.
You've seen a lot of my ignorant side today. Maybe you can't tell, but all this has challenged my understanding of things.
That's good, because at least you are learning, unlike staying in the same place forever and ever.
Based on what I have seen today, I am forced to accept that Inazuma is a completely different place from the one I remember. But it would be incorrect to conclude from this that the Inazuma of today is no longer Inazuma.
That is correct.
Both the Vision Hunt Decree and the statue of the Omnipresent God were conceived as a means of bringing about eternity. But if I were really getting closer to eternity, none of this ever would have happened.
You're saying none of this would ever happen, like you didn't have a hand in this? I need you to take responsibility of the actions that you have caused within your country, okay?
Perhaps... Perhaps I've been holding on to everything too tightly.
Sounds to Paimon like Ace figured things out. And that means that we've done a really great job as her guides.
Master Kamaji! Master Kamaji!
Oh, Ipe?
Why is it getting so noisy down there? Oh, that sounded like Ipe. What could be the matter?
Uh-oh.
Ipe? Is that someone from the Tenryou Commission?
Yep, let's find out what's going on.
Uh-oh, I don't like the sound of this.
Hey, Ipe, what's the matter?
Ah, it's you. Huh? The almighty Shogun. You must be looking for my master, Kujo Kamaji? I am very sorry, he's not here at the moment. But if it pleases you, I will gladly deliver a message on your behalf.
It's okay. I'm not here to see him. We just heard you calling out, so we came to see what was going on.
Yeah, where is the dude?
Yes. Master Kamaji still hasn't returned from the negotiations, and I'm starting to get worried. In fairness, he does have a habit of taking long walks and coming back late. It's perfectly possible that he just found somewhere he likes and lost track of time. But for some reason, today, I'm particularly nervous.
Oh, okay.
Kujo Kamaji. A descendant of the Kujo clan, I presume.
That's right. Apologies, since the head of the clan is in poor health at the moment, and Master Masahito is rarely home, Master Kamaji is currently serving as representative of the Kujo clan.
I have heard that things are quite tumultuous with the Tenryou Commission at present. Does this have anything to do with Kujo Kamaji?
Forgive us, almighty Shogun. The Kujo clan has failed in its duty. The Kujo clan's reputation is damaged, and its power over the Tenryou Commission is in decline. Plus you have yet to issue a verdict on the Commission's future. So, Master Kamaji decided to enter negotiations with the Takatsukasa clan with a view of having them take over.
Surely they would be discussing something like that at their headquarters, right? Why are you looking for them here?
Actually, they decided to hold this one elsewhere. I'm a little confused as to why, to be honest, but I didn't feel it was my place to question the higher-ups.
Always gotta question your higher-ups.
The meeting place is in the mountains near the Grand Narukami Shrine. I believe the Takatsukasa clan have some kind of base there.
I don't like that. He could... This sounds like a setup.
Takatsukasa. Another familiar name. They have been faithfully serving the Kujo clan all these years?
Yes, that's why Master Kamaji decided to discuss things with them. I understand they must have had a lot of ground to cover, but still, there's no way it should have gone on this long. I've searched all over the city. If he really hasn't returned yet, then...
Maybe they haven't finished, but I don't know. Something's a little suspicious.
Yeah, I thought of that possibility too. But someone of my rank can't just go venturing into Takatsukasa clan territory like that.
We can go check things out for you because we're outsiders and we don't care about this kind of stuff.
No need. I'm probably just overthinking things. Besides, if they're still at it, they'll only blame me for interrupting the negotiations.
Well, they can't blame me because I'm an outsider and I can do what I want. That's a terrible mindset, but you know what? In order to progress the plot, let's go with that.
I'm only a lowly servant. But Master Kamaji and I grew up together. It'd be terrible if anything ever happened to him. I'm not as smart as Master, so I can't really share his burdens. But the last thing I'd want would be for him to come to harm when I could have done something about it.
What do you think, Almighty Shogun?
Let's go see what's happening. With me present, they are unlikely to blame you, even if we do happen to interrupt the negotiations. Besides, this has only come about because I failed to make a timely decision. This issue started with me, and I shall be the one to finish it.
Good. At least you're taking responsibility. That's commitment right there.
Thank you so much, Shogun. I'll keep looking around in the meantime, too. Let me mark out the location of the base for you. I hope everything goes smoothly.
Sounds like things are not gonna go smoothly.
Whoa! Look at how well hidden this place is.
I can't think of a reason anyone would want to build a structure like this deep in the mountains.
Maybe to evade detection.
I feel something that doesn't belong here. I sense danger.
Huh?
We should proceed with caution. the Kujo clan descendant may well be in trouble.
There we go. There's the little sus part. And we get the trial. Let's go! Ooh, she is holding the... Ooh, I like her uppercut. It's like a full slash. What's she equipped with? She has the engulfing lightning. Interesting. So it's energy recharge. Oh, they put Noblesse Oblige on her. Interesting. I can't view the artifacts. We defeat the opponent blocking the path and proceed onward. Got you.
Why are they rolling here? This is a Tenryou Commission base.
Something is not right. We must remove all those who stand in our way.
We're doing exactly that. Just, you know, slice and dice.
Finally, it's my lucky day.
Uh-oh. Why are there so many Ronin?
Look at you,
Don't hit Diona.
I'm evil conquering.
Rude. Do not touch level 60, Diona.
There's more.
Not again. Bad. Don't touch the kitty. Ooh, a chest. Ooh, there's Tukirage. I don't like that. Yeah, come over here. Come over here. Do it.
Now you shall perish. Shine down.
Order guide you.
Bonk.
Useless. Lament.
Where is he? Get him. Ooh, and she does residual electro damage. I like that.
Worthless. Here.
So, instant swirl with Xiao 2.
The day has finally come.
Ooh, I killed Xiao. My bad.
Rise.
How'd she do on hits? Oh, that was Diona, not the Shogun. Hold on. Okay, her hits are like the same as many other burst supports. Fine. I don't mind that. Are we missing a chest? And Zhongli's pillar is like halfway through the building, but you know.
Look, it's Kujo Kamaji. But who's he with?
I don't like this.
Stay back. I will deal with this.
Okay, I'm a little threatened.
Almighty Shogun!
Shogun, what are you?
We're here to give a verdict.
Descendant of the Takatsukasa clan, explain what is going on here.
Oh, we're just discussing some minor issues that have cropped up in the Tenryou Commission recently. Really, it's nothing worth the Almighty Shogun worrying about.
Why do you sound a little stressed?
And these minor issues warranted the secluded location and the hiring of Ronin and Kairagi to keep guard?
Kairagi? Okay.
Well,
yes.
There's been a lot of turmoil lately. It was just out of security considerations, that's all.
Security considerations, you say? Why did they attack the Shogun, then?
Silence.
Oh, there we go.
Descendant of the Kujo clan. Your turn.
All right. I came here intending to negotiate, but it turned out all they were interested in was a written confession from the Kujo clan.
Ooh, tasty.
A written confession?
Yes. A statement acknowledging every crime committed by the Kujo clan since the inception of the Vision Hunt Decree, including all the recent misconduct.
All factual statements, of course. Not a single one of them fabricated.
I can't deny that. But it also emphasizes the Takatsukasa clan's achievements throughout the document, claiming they stood steadfast all along and fought back against the crisis. These are all falsehoods.
Says who? Why, you two-faced? You're going back on everything you said.
I mean, he seems like he's taking acknowledgement of what his clan has done, but you're also trying to get out of war crimes, aren't you?
I'm just stating the facts. I'm sure the Almighty Shogun can discern the truth. All the Takatsukasa clan is trying to do is make themselves look good, so they'll be first in line to replace the Kujo clan.
Interesting. Political infighting. Chaos.
Why else would you push a false narrative in the written confession that paints your clan in a good light, and try to make me sign it under duress?
What are you talking about? You're not under duress, we're just negotiating here. You've completely changed your tune.
I believe I now understand the situation.
Don't listen to his nonsense. I'm sure you're well aware of the major failings of the Kujo clan. Surely you, of everyone, knows. Not a single word they say can be trusted.
Okay, here's the thing. But you're also taking advantage of someone who is currently being painted in a bad light, right? Think about that.
You are quite mistaken if you think your dispute is of any interest to me. Descendant of the Takatsukasa clan, you wish to become the new Tenryou commissioner. Do I understand this correctly?
Well, yes, of course. It's the eternal pursuit of everyone in the Tenryou Commission to offer our lives in service of the almighty Shogun.
Then the situation is not as complicated as you seem to have made it. After all, I am the one who appoints the Tenryou commissioner. The process is quite simple. Anyone who can beat me in a duel becomes the new commissioner.
Oh, we gonna fight?
Sorry, a duel with the almighty Shogun?
That's what she said, so...
The first Tenryou commissioner demonstrated his will with the blade in his hand. That is why the title has been passed down within the Kujo clan ever since. If you want me to appoint a new clan, then naturally, there must first be a new duel. Do you not know how to wield a blade? Or do you simply doubt your abilities on account of your advanced age and declining physical condition?
Oof, that's some ageism, ma'am, but
Here you are talking about offering your life, and yet you are too afraid to face my blade.
Well,
never mind. What about one of you, then? Anyone who can defeat me, Takatsukasa or not, will be appointed the new Tenryou commissioner. Does not a single person dare to face me?
I will challenge you, almighty Shogun.
okay, you don't even have a weapon, but sure.
What?
You got guts, and that's all I can say about that.
Descendant of the Kujo clan. Regrettably, even if you win against me, it cannot atone for the wrongs committed under the Kujo name.
I realize that. I don't stand a chance of winning against you anyway. I know full well that the mistakes my father made ought to spell the end of the Kujo clan's legacy in the Tenryou Commission. Even when I was executing the Vision Hunt decree, I had doubts about my father's decisions. I knew that what I was doing was wrong. But that was as far as I went. I doubted, and I ruminated. I understood the situation perfectly well, but I took no action, and I didn't save a single person. I accept the Kujo clan's decline as punishment for my deeds. I can't even say that I failed to prevent it, because in order to fail, you have to have at least tried.
To be brutally honest, for someone of your strength, there is nothing you could have done, even if you had tried.
Yes. I'm too weak. My father ignores me. My elder brother can't help me. And I even need Ippei to set me straight at times. It's the way it's always been. But if nothing else, and right here, right now in the Kujo clan's final hours, it is I who represent the clan, like my father before me. His duties are now mine to perform. Just as the Shogun said, a forefather of mine once showed his will with his sword. Then please, let me, Kujo Kamaji, end the story of the Kujo clan in the same way that it began. This is my last chance to do something.
This is patently meaningless, but I accept. Come forward. The Kujo clan's honor was forged with courage, tempered with integrity, and shines beyond life and death. Show me whether your blade can bear the weight of your name.
Ready to learn, almighty Shogun.
A battle is not the time to learn, but sure. Ooh. Oh shit. Well, he's got will, I'll give him that. Ooh. That's gonna give you a lot of back pain later. You're in a very vulnerable position. Please get up. Thank you. This is a terrible thing to... She's just stalking towards you. Okay. He's got a lot of will. I will give him that.
Another anomaly in eternity. Nevertheless, it appears that the Kujo honor still courses through your veins.
Ooh, okay.
Kujo Kamaji is wounded. Descendants of the Takatsukasa clan, it is your responsibility to take care of him. You may not have the courage to challenge me, but I trust that you are capable of attending to a small matter such as this.
Yes, of course. I apologize. I'm sorry. So sorry.
I had heard that the Kujo clan is no longer fit to shoulder the work of the Tenryou Commission. The search for a successor to the role of Tenryou Commissioner is indeed a matter of great urgency. However, following this duel, I have decided to postpone the Kujo clan's punishment for the time being. In the meantime, I expect the Takatsukasa clan to continue supporting the Kujo clan as before.
As you instruct, so it shall be done. We would not dare question the almighty Shogun's will.
Finally, if you still think you can copy the Fatui strategy of providing me with deceptive information to produce flaws in my judgment, you will see me appear once again as I have done today. Only next time, my blade will show no mercy.
Okay, I don't like this close-up. Thanks.
Understood. Thank you, almighty Shogun, for your wisdom and mercy.
That will do. I will have the Okuzumeshu continue the investigation from here. Come with me. Let's find a quiet place. There's something I want to talk about with you.
Okay, like how you're about to tell us that you want to atone for your sins, about, you know, the whole Vision Hunt decree or something, you know. Boo, bring Kazuha's friend back. I don't know about that. He very, very dead.
Whew. When it's time to deal with the situation, you're just like the Shogun. So strict.
Oh, you think so? I thought I was rather accommodating. If it had been the Shogun, she would have decapitated Kujo Kamaji without a second thought.
Maybe that's what he was expecting.
I do believe he was prepared for that outcome. I could see it in his eyes. The Kujo clan has undergone a dramatic change from its glory days to its present decline. Kamaji is hardly a great heir to the Kujo name, but he has shown me how some things remain the same even as the world around them changes. I also have you to thank. The things we experienced out on the streets and the photo you took of me, they helped me come to this realization too.
So what's next for the Kujo clan? Will they get to carry on being in charge of the Tenryou Commission?
Not a chance. Even if their heir was someone who showed promise, their past mistakes cannot be erased. Still, I will give them a little more time. After all, they are not the only ones who have made mistakes. The Shogun does not make mistakes. She is incapable of doing so. But I, as A, would like to offer my apologies. I have much to contemplate in the days to come. But at least, I can now see the way ahead.
Okay, but are you going to apologize to the actual people that you've affected via the Vision Hunt decree? Because I think that's more important. Will you rule Inazuma directly?
I think I'll leave that to the Shogun. The greatest threat to eternity is still the erosion that comes with time.
There it is again, the erosion.
As I said, the Shogun has a robust system to protect her against modification. This is because I anticipated that I myself would change over time. But I've made up my mind. So I will do what needs to be done, no matter how difficult it is. This has certainly been a memorable series of events.
Absolutely. You sorted out the Tenryo Commission, and the people in the city got to see a happy and healthy Shogun. All the awful rumors will disappear in no time.
I don't know about that, but you keep thinking that, Paimon.
If you enjoyed your trip, we should get you out again sometime.
Next time we'll bring you some souvenirs. Next time we'll bring you some fun little trinkets. Oh god, she's like our pocket Zhongli, like ×2.
No need. There's no place for such things in my life.
Okay, the other Archon would think differently.
Also, please stop making it sound as if I somehow need the company.
You kind of do need the company, because clearly you are living under a rock.
Okay, I'm ready to head back now. My period of solitude will now continue, but it will not last too much longer. I will leave you humans to deal with any minor issues in the meantime.
Okay, see you next time! Considering a lot of what happened was pretty unexpected, things seem to have worked out surprisingly well in the end.
Paimon, I don't like you tying this into a neat, happy bow, because it's not a neat, happy bow, and I have a lot of things to discuss.
The only thing left to do is return the past permit to Yai Miko. Miko, we're back! We had a great trip!
Did you now? Well then, you'll have to tell me all about it. How amusing. The almighty Shogun goes downtown, and suddenly she's like a wide-eyed country girl trying to find her bearings in the big city. Marvelous. What a shame I didn't get to see it for myself.
You and the Shogun enjoy teasing each other a lot.
It's fine. She wouldn't mind. Really, she wouldn't.
I see that wink.
So, from what you were saying, it seems that she has finally begun to comprehend what form eternity should take?
Yes. Maybe. I don't know. I don't speak for her.
That's the most important outcome of this trip. To be honest, I wasn't expecting you'd make such great progress when I lent you the pass permit.
Wow, first of all, rude. Expect better of us, thanks.
Yeah, it seems like she's not gonna force everything to stay the same way anymore.
To put it nicely, even deities indulge in wishful thinking. To put it more bluntly, there are things that even the Seven can't do when faced with something even more powerful than themselves.
The heavenly principles?
Take a guess. Anyway, it sounds like you had a very pleasant trip and even had the chance to see A's less formal side.
Damn, so you're not gonna tell us, fine.
Next time you wish to see her, you can come and take the pass permit from me again. She would never admit to it, but she does, in fact, get quite lonely.
What? But she said she doesn't need company.
You can say things and not actually mean them, Paimon.
Because she is a god. It's not that gods don't need the company of others, just that the idea of a god having company seems indulgent to her. But you don't belong to this world. Perhaps you are just the company she needs.
I have a lot of thoughts. I know she gets a little better, especially with the most recent story stuff, but man, she's making it hard for me to come around. Okay, we haven't experienced the new stuff, so I'm not sure what exactly happens. But here's the thing. The Shogun carries out this decree because in her programming, it was just like, oh, we need to keep eternity this way because of the parameters set up by the person that made me. Therefore, I'm going to do this Vision Hunt decree and make it so that nothing will change, and essentially bringing down like what could be considered a war crime towards her people. It's very complicated. The idea of her kind of just being like, I need to think more about this, I think is good that she is thinking about it, but also like, you haven't paid any repercussions for the situation. Like, you kind of just went like, oh, I messed up and I need to think about it. She pays no repercussions to the people that she's actually hurt. Like, Kazuha's friend is dead. Several people lost their memories because of the whole vision thing. A literal resistance was formed against her, and like the Fatui did kill people like Tepe, who used the delusions, and they died because they were they aged really quickly. So like things have happened. But what other repercussions could there other than dethronement than have her be dethroned? Like, I don't want to say she's not taking it seriously, because she is thinking about it. Like, she's talking like, hey, I'm actually thinking about the things that I have done, and I need to like try and see how to make things better. Like, yes, but also she's kind of just like doing this on her own time, and she's very like, I need to think more about this. I don't want to rush into the situation.
Where do you want to go next?
I can understand why she doesn't want to rush into this, but at the same time, like, her version of taking her time and doing something is affecting more people around her. Like, you can clearly see the Tenryo Commission was under duress for the whole situation. Who would replace her? Clearly the commissions don't know how to rule without her, unlike the Chising and Nia, who have been ruling for ages. This is true. I mean, here's the thing. She could set up checks and balances for her rule. Like, I think that would be the next best step for her. If she can't step down yet, because she clearly can't, considering every single commission is just like, well, we can't do anything without the Shogun, whoop-de-doo. Having someone to be her checks and balances would be a good idea. And Yai does not count as a checks and balances.
Wine tastes the same as I remember.
I get it, the Osmanthus wine. Yai does not count as a checks and balances, because she's just like, oh, she's my best friend, and I'm not gonna bother her because she's not human as well. So she doesn't really care about like a lot of the things that would affect people in the city or country. I think she just can't walk away from this without paying any consequences. I definitely think so too. She cannot not walk away without something being done. She should pay repercussions for what she did, even though it was technically, if we're counting technicalities, technically it was the Shogun who did it, the robot who did it, and not her. But because she programmed the Shogun to do this,
I remember,
she should be held accountable. It's like saying like, oh, if you build software, right? I think this is like a conversation for like AI in general, but like if you build software that causes something to happen, I think that the original creator who built this item should at least pay some repercussions. Like, even if it wasn't the intended outcome, you should still take responsibility for the things that you've done, right? She's like, maybe I'll let the Shogun continue watching over stuff. If she reprograms the Shogun, I think it would be an okay substitute. Like, if she reprograms it and has someone else besides herself check over the Shogun and make sure, is this person going to have any problems? And also institute a version of checks and balances for the Shogun, I think that it would work better. I just want to see her apologize to Kazuha. But okay, I do want to see that too, but also, how much can you pull from that? Let's be real. Like, all A can really do is kind of just be like, well, sorry your friend's dead. That's exactly all she can do. She can't bring him back. Like, you can't say she deserves repercussions if the only people that can deal repercussions are the ones in Celestia who clearly don't care. This is true, but I think her people at least should have some say in what repercussions she should have, or institute something that can just, you know, prevent this situation from happening again. Because that's like the end goal, right? She doesn't want the situation of the Vision Hunt decree to happen again, and her to like be taken advantage of by the Fatui. Because you can blame the Fatui for all this, yes, but also, who's the one that just went along with it? It was the Shogun. It was A. So there, she does play a role in it. Inaction is also an action. That's my thoughts on this. I think that Shogun is that A is a very complicated character, and I like her because of it, but I don't like how right now her air quotes sins are kind of being written off.